The next season of Fortnite has already got leaked, but what do we know so far? In this video, I'll be showing you guys all of that, so make sure you stick until the end to see leaks, new cosmetics, and many more. So we already knew that this season wasn't going to last long, only 30 days and it ends in June. So what we're going to expect in next season is, well, right now we can already tell the theme of next season, which is going to be superhero theme. And we have already had a superhero theme in Chapter 1, where it was actually found out at the end that it was all just a movie, but now this is actually going to be real. And the way leakers found this out was in the files, you could actually see this banner. You can see it is also called, I don't remember, it was like Hero something, but whatever. And leakers also went into sketches of a bunch of leaked skins that Fortnite posts. And they found that these skins actually have the same exact banner on their chest. So what we can be expecting is all of those skins in the battle pass. You can see that some of these skins are the same, but just with like a different style. And the styles are their superpower style and their casual style. And then we already know the first collab for the next season, which is going to be with the brand new Superman movie. And it makes sense because the trailer just came out. And yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. Hopefully he has some mythic abilities like lasers coming out of his eyes or flying. That would be really cool. And what I'm thinking is that every single character in the battle pass will have their own special ability, kind of like the Marvel season. And you can collect their mythics and just be like powers. Like you could see through walls, maybe invisibility, super speed. It would be so cool. And then Superman will also be joined with another collab, which is going to be with X-Men. Now, nobody really knows what's going to be in this collab, like what skins. So maybe it could be a remake of other skins, kind of like they did with the Invincible skin, like that, where they made it blue. But anyways, it's going to be pretty cool. And then another thing about next season is we already know one of the new POIs, which is going to be called Utopia. And is going to replace Seaport City finally, because this has just been on the map for such a long time and nobody really cares about it anymore. And it's going to come with a whole new biome with new grass, which will be super cool. And then an item that will be in next season is going to be called Storm Claws apparently, and it's kind of going to be like the Panther Claws that were in the Marvel season, the latest one. And it says you can activate a flip or something, but it's kind of vague at the moment. And for the next Fortnite Festival skin, nobody really knows, but what people are expecting is Daft Punk. I don't really know if this is true, but we will be seeing pretty soon. And then we actually have a skin for the next Battle Pass, which will be Robin. And players have been wanting this skin in the game for a while now, so it is going to be pretty hype. So I am excited for it. So it kind of sounds like they're having a DC battle pass, but then those other superhero skins that people found with that sketch art, we don't really know what's happening with them yet. And then we have another new POI, which is going to be the Fortress of Solitude, which is going to be replacing Masked Meadows, which I'm very excited about. Honestly, who lands at Masked Meadows now? And then there's a strong rumor about how The Simpsons is actually going to be the next mini season, kind of like the one that we have right now where it's 30 days long with a small battle pass. Now this is just a rumor, like I said, so not completely confirmed, so don't get too excited, but I'm very hopeful that it does come to the game because that would be insane. It would bring so many players to the game. And then people already think that they know the mini season for Chapter 7, which is going to be another Marvel season, except this time it's going to be with symbiotes. So that would actually be pretty cool if we could have symbiote mythics, kind of like we did in Chapter 2, where you could pull people. If we could have things like that, that would be so cool. And then enough about new seasons. So we actually have a new cosmetic type that is coming to the game, which is going to be pets. Now we have already had this before as backblings, but now we're actually going to have them as companions so they can like be beside you in the game. And apparently Epic has been working on this for a while, so I'm pretty excited and I think it could be a really great cosmetic that will sell a lot of things. And then near the end of the season, we are supposed to get Riftigos and Junk Rifts, which will be in week 4. And then something we've been asking for years now are lightsabers in creative. Yes, lightsabers are finally coming. So now you don't have to wait until May to use them. You can just go into creative and play with your friends. So that's going to be super fun. And then I actually just found this out about a new collab that could be added next season or maybe this season. We don't really know yet. But it is with a horror game, which is actually Huggy Wuggy. And I know what you're thinking, it's insane, but it's actually real. And then another thing that you're probably thinking is, well, before FNAF, well, the creator of FNAF might actually be making a move before the second movie, because if you haven't heard, the second movie is coming out. I don't know when, but sometime next year probably. And that's probably when Fortnite's going to collab with them. And also, the Huggy Wuggy might be just a creative map, like a UEFN map that Fortnite makes, or a skin. I'm hoping for a skin, but a UFAN map would be fun too. And if we could get both, that would just be amazing. And then those are all the leaks that we know so far. So if you guys enjoyed, make sure to subscribe. Anyways, bye.